What's up, you guys? Danger Rock here. Today I'm going to be bringing you a different kind of video. Today I'm just going to be showing off some of my vintage Woody dolls, and right here I have the Karate Chop Action Buzz Lightyear from 2009 to compare them to. Out of these three Woody dolls, only one of them actually talks. This was the first Woody I ever got. It's the Toy Story and Beyond 2005-ish. I think this came out Disney Store Woody. He looks very similar to the 1995 and 1996 Woodies, but he's not. He's completely different. And right here I do have his hat. Another interesting thing that I've noticed is this hat will fit on any of these Woody dolls. I feel like they reused this face sculpt more than once before, and I remember there was another Disney Store version that had a skinnier like body, actually had this face sculpt on it as well, so that's something that's really interesting. So he does work. I don't have batteries in him right now, unfortunately, but he does work. I've kept him for all these years. His jeans are still a dark blue, and it's a really nice piece of nostalgia I have right here from my past. And one thing that is film accurate about him is he does have open hands, like Woody should. So I'm actually really happy to have this one. So this is the 1996 Woody by Thinkway Toys. And I put fresh batteries in him and everything. Unfortunately, I was not able to get him to talk, but it's a really nice doll. Of course, this hat does work with this doll also. And it actually looks like his skin has color, has a lot more color in here, which is actually really interesting. His head is made of a hard plastic. Right here, his sheriff badge can be moved around. The buttons and everything are really, really nice. His holster and everything is really nice as well. Very nice belt buckle. His jeans are a darker green. And this one does have open hands as well. So I guess this one you could tell was a little bit used, but he wasn't too used. Right here, you can still see where it says Disney Thinkway. Right here, it says Thinkway Toys. And I know it's the 1996 version because the 1995 versions had this posable bendy wire, and the pull string ring on the back is actually a lot bigger than the other pull string rings, so that's actually really interesting. So this one that I'm going to compare them to, I would say this is actually the same exact one. The vendor I bought this from at a flea market said he had this guy sitting in his garage for a while, and I actually tried to put batteries in him, and he would not talk either. That's why his vest looks like a darker color. It looks like he's a bit dirtied. But one thing that's really interesting to note when you look at these two guys side by side is the color jeans is a lot darker on this one. I'm not sure if his jeans have just faded over time, but that's just kind of what I think happened. Same thing with his vest right here and his buttons. They've seemed to just faded with time. I'm happy the sheriff star lasted all these years. And taking a look at them from the back side, this is actually looks a lot darker, like the material is starting to fade away. This one I actually noticed just now is missing his scarf, because you can see right here where it says Disney Thinkway. Yeah, right under his scarf it says Disney Thinkway, but it says it a lot lighter. And these two next to each other, it's going to be fun to display. See how we have like a used Woody and a Woody that's in a lot better condition. So I'm actually really happy to have both of these. But comparing these two guys next to each other, I could see similarities. I could see a lot of differences. Especially the 1996 Woody looks like he has a bigger head, so that's actually really interesting. And Yeah, lots of details on this are kind of the same, except like they both have this wider body. It almost kind of looks like, I would say, like a clown body. That was before they made the Woody dolls more proportionate to the size that they were in the movie. So that's an interesting thing to note. Another thing that's similar is that both their eyes are just kind of looking to the side. I've noticed that a lot with these toys. So that's actually really interesting. And what I have here, as far as comparisons go, is we have the Action Shot Buzz Lightyear, and I decided to compare him to this guy because I guess you could consider him vintage now, because he is kind of hard to find now. I feel like when Toy Story 5 comes out, he's going to be a lot harder to find. But he doesn't talk. He was never supposed to talk. This was just Thinkway releasing this model in action figure form. As you see, his buttons are just put on buttons. They don't really do anything. He has a painted laser right here. Look at the way his wings are folded in there. That's actually how they looked in the movie, but they don't pop out, so it kind of gives you an illusion of that his wings are there. But what you do is you press his karate chop button, and when you hit that, his head moves, which, I mean, this feature right here, I would say, it is movie accurate, because in the movie it was this whole button section right here. It wasn't just the just this little circle like the Disney Store versions have. So that's also another interesting thing to note. And his face sculpt looks really nice and everything. They took it from the Toy Story collection, Buzz Lightyear. It uses Pixar's digital data and everything. So I feel like it would be nice just to have a completely separate shelf, seeing and comparing all my vintage Woodies and all my vintage Buzz Lightyears, because I got a lot of 1995 and 1996 Buzz Lightyears, like the Intergalactic Chrome Buzz, Interstellar Buzz, Stars and Stripes Buzz, just to name a few. And then I have the Toy Story collection and Signature collection Buzz Lightyear with the Toy Story collection Woody. I have a couple Hasbro Woodies. I have Thinkway Woodies. It's just a whole lot of evolution of these toys over time. And I feel like if you're as old as I am, you've probably had an encounter with one of these toys. So it's really nice to step back and take a look at all the different versions we've gotten of these characters over the years, because there's pretty many of them to note. And when Toy Story 5 comes out, I think the expanding library of Woody and Buzz Lightyear toys is going to get even bigger, especially now that Mattel has taken the toy license for the film. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds for these toys. And I thought this would be a nice little interesting video to do today. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of these vintage Woody dolls. Even though two of these guys don't talk, I feel like they're still pretty nice to have. I know other toy companies made Woody dolls that were almost film accurate size that didn't talk either. So that's actually really interesting here. And the fact that this Buzz Lightyear is movie scaled, but this is a posable, non-talking version of it. So yeah, I look forward from hearing from you guys in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the next video review.